Isaac Newton. Compilation of quotes and enlightening words from the father of modern science. I can calculate the motion of heavenly bodies but not the madness of people. Nature is pleased with simplicity. And nature is no dummy. What we know is a drop, what we don't know is an ocean. Tact is the knack of making a point without making an enemy. Gravity explains the motions of the planets, but it cannot explain who sets the planets in motion. Truth is ever to be found in the simplicity, and not in the multiplicity and confusion of things. No great discovery was ever made without a bold guess. A man may imagine things that are false, but he can only understand things that are true. This most beautiful system of the sun, planets and comets, could only proceed from the counsel and dominion of an intelligent and powerful being. This being governs all things, not as the soul of the world, but as Lord over all, and on account of his dominion he is wont to be called Lord God, Pantocrator, or universal ruler. If I have ever made any valuable discoveries, it has been due more to patient attention than to any other talent. What goes up must come down. He who thinks half-heartedly will not believe in God, but he who really thinks has to believe in God. Trials are medicines which our gracious and wise physician prescribes because we need them, and he proportions the frequency and weight of them to what the case requires. Let us trust his skill and thank him for his prescription. Live your life as an exclamation rather than an explanation. You have to make the rules, not follow them. How came the bodies of animals to be contrived with so much art, and for what ends were their several parts? Was the eye contrived without skill in optics, and the ear without knowledge of sounds? And these things being rightly dispatched, does it not appear from ph till the broken bar nomina that there is a being incorporeal, living, intelligent? To explain all nature is too difficult a task for any one man or even for any one age. 'Tis much better to do a little with certainty, leave the rest for others that come after, than to explain all things by conjecture without making sure of anything. God without dominion, providence, and final causes, is nothing else but fate and nature. Blind metaphysical necessity, which is certainly the same always and everywhere, could produce no variety of things. All that diversity of natural things which we find suited to different times and places could arise from nothing but the ideas and will of a being necessarily existing. Plato was my friend, Aristotle is my friend, but my greatest friend is truth. In the absence of any other proof, the thumb alone would convince me of God's existence. A man may imagine things that are false, but he can only understand things that are true, for if the things be false, the apprehension of them is not understanding. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. As a blind man has no idea of colors, so have we no idea of the manner by which the all-wise God perceives and understands all things. The more time and devotion one spends in the worship of false gods, the less he is able to spend in that of the true one. This much better to do a little with certainty, leave the rest for others that come after, than to explain all things by conjecture without making sure of anything. This most elegant system of the sun, planets, and comets could not have risen without the design and dominion of an intelligent and powerful being. We account the scriptures of God to be the most sublime philosophy. I find more sure marks of authenticity in the Bible than in any profane history whatever. No sciences are better attested than the religion of the Bible.